Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to apply vinyl wrap to car interior trim pieces, and I'm going to demo it on this BMW 1 Series M Sport. If you want to see how to remove the interior pieces without breaking them, then I'll link to a video at the end of this one and in the description. So first up, we need to clean the parts.
And to do this, I've got some mutton cloth, which is like a lint-free natural fibre cloth. And also I have some panel wipe. But if you don't have panel wipe to hand, you can also use a rubbing alcohol. And all I'm going to do is give all of these surfaces just a nice light wipe down, just to make sure there's no grease and oils or any contaminants on the surface. That'll stop the film from sticking properly.
And you just have to repeat the process for all of the parts that you intend to wrap. Okay, so let's get our vinyl wrap in place.
So I bought these tools, and this is just an inexpensive kit, and this is for applying our vinyl wrap. So there's a couple of squeegees there, and there's a sharp craft knife here. That's one of the crucial bits when you're buying one of these sets. Make sure it always has one of those. And then various little spatulas.
And now we can go ahead and cut out a piece of vinyl using a pair of scissors. Just make sure you're generous on the size of the piece, because you do need some overlap around the back, and it's better it be a little bit too large than too small. And now go ahead and peel the backer off of the film.
And then the easiest way I find just to get it started with these parts is to lay the film down like that. And then you can just lower your piece down onto it. And that way you're much more likely to get it square and level how you want it.
And now, starting at one end, you can start to smooth down all of the big flat surfaces, and you can start working your way along and smooth down the film just using your fingers, making sure you push the air bubbles out and try not to get any creases. And now you can start working your way down towards the curved areas.
And what you want to do is work from the inside to the outside edges, smoothing it on as you go. Now if you get any creases, like I've got a crease there, don't be afraid of pulling it back and then trying again, because that's one of the best things about this 3M 2080 film, is it allows you to do that. Now on these corners you might have to do a little bit of stretching to get it round the corners how you want it. So pay particular attention to the corners if you can. Now some of these curved areas, it's really important to stretch it if you can, to get it to follow the contour properly.
Now this is the part that's actually quite time consuming, but what you'll find is you can just use your thumbs and work yourself along just a little bit at a time, smoothing it down and making sure you don't get any creases, and eventually you'll get there.
Now working on the back edges, I'm just going to trim away some of this excess. I'm still going to leave a good 10mm or half an inch, but it'll just make it more manageable if I just get rid of this excess film at this point that I can see that we're not going to need. And so what I'm going to do now is tuck it around the edges.
And you literally just need to fold the back edges of the film over and stick it to the back edges of the trim. By the way, it's a good idea to have cleaned the back edges of the trim with alcohol to ensure good adhesion.
And I'm just going to use this little spatula just to smooth it down at the back as best you can, and then eventually tuck it around the backs. And what you might find on some of these really tight corners is you need just a small relief cut, but it shouldn't go round onto the front of the part. It should be just to make it so that you can fold that over a bit better. And if you have anywhere like this where the film's fouling on a bit of the fasteners at the back, then you do have to just nick around those, because you want this film to sit flat at the back as best as it can.
And also the little fasteners will need to be clear of film so that they'll snap back on properly when you refit the part to the car.
And once you've got it to this stage where you're happy that it's tucked in really well, then grab one of your squeegees and just kind of go over it. And this will help you make sure any wrinkles or bubbles are gotten out of it. And if you see any kind of stubborn areas, you might not be able to see it on camera, but I can just see it there. And just work it really firmly with your thumbs. Anyway, we know that there's a void area here where one of the controls comes through. So when you get to this bit, then you just need to cut a little cross in But don't cut it right to the edges. You know, make sure you have a good 10 or 15 millimeters from the edges, at least initially anyway. There we go. And now this will give you a little bit more stretch to start pushing this through. And you might find you have to make some other little relief cuts. So like I'm going to do a diagonal one here. And eventually, once you're happy that you've got it all poked through, then you can start to push it onto the inside edges and then just smooth it down. And then similar to before, where you know that it's going to be in the way a little bit of, say, one of the tabs for when you're refitting, then just trim that away. So you might find that some of these corners are a bit tricky to get folded under, but one thing you can do is apply a little bit of heat to this area. Now if you've got one, then of course the best way of applying heat is using a hot air gun, but don't use it on high, just use it on the low setting, because it is possible to overheat the film and you know, maybe make a hole appear in it or something like that. And if you don't have a hot air gun, then actually a hairdryer works really well. But anyway, let's give it a little waft. So as you can see, that's looking a little bit tidier now. And I'm just going to do the same at this back edge. I could do with just tucking that in a little bit more, but can you see how it keeps springing back? Just makes it that little bit more flexible. Yeah, that's a lot better now. So we're going to move on to one of the vents, and the only part that we've got to wrap is this small piece here. Now at the back edge we're going to be able to tuck behind, so that's pretty easy, but this front edge is quite tricky to tuck into there. But what we're going to do is trim it as precisely as we can and just see if just a small fraction of the film we can tuck behind there and use a bit of heat to get it in there. So let's give that a try. So I'm going to measure this. It's kind of like from here to here is the height of it, and that's about 110, and then it's worth putting a little bit more on, because if you're a little bit short then it's a waste of a piece. So that's 120 there. Okay, and then the next thing is the length of it now, and again I'm going to have a little bit more because it does need to curve round this edge here. So I've got that at 190 now. And what I'm going to do now is just cut away a little bit of the material that I know I don't need, because what I'm going to do is just stick the film on this front here, and if it's all the way down over the vent then it will get awkward to work with, you see. So I'm just going to cut a scallop out. There we go, like that. And then I'm just going to cut this corner away as well, so that's looking a little bit more like it. Now at this top side, we've just got about 5 millimeters of overhang, so that's pretty good. But I can see I have a little bit too much here, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that away. Now because this is so curved, this sort of shape, tucking it round, especially around here, is going to be quite tricky. So I'm just going to heat it up just to make it a little bit more flexible. You'll see the film start to flop a little bit when you've got it warm. So that gives you an indication of it's warm enough to work with. Okay, so just remembering that the edge of our aluminium piece we're trying to cover is about there. Okay, and what I'm going to do is try and tuck it into that edge. Just see if I can push it in there a little bit. Can you see how it's going in? But the important thing is you can't have that stuck down, otherwise it won't push in the edge. So it is a bit tricky. And so maybe just a relief cut here, just to make this a bit easier, kind of breaks it into 2 pieces. Otherwise it's hard to do all in one go. So what I've been doing is, between the heat and the spatula and my thumbnail, to be honest, I've been getting the film down into that gap as far as I can. But what I'm going to do now that I've got this pushed in is use the knife to kind of cut away the excess.
I tucked the film around the back at the top exactly the same as on the other parts, and in the end you end up with the piece looking like this. And the left hand vent, although larger, is very similar to the small one that we just did, so I did it in exactly the same way. And again you end up with a part looking a bit like this.
Okay, so we're finally getting to the last few pieces, and these are the door handles, which I expect to be the trickiest ones because of the curves. You know, they're just curves everywhere. And if you have a BMW F20, then it means it's a 4-door car. So you'll have 4 handles, but they'll all be the same. So that means I can take away these and just show you the one. So I'm just getting it positioned, and then I'm going to cut out a piece that does the job for me. And what you can do is just drape it over and just make sure it's going to reach all of the edges properly. Okay, so you can see what the problem is on a curved item sometimes. You know, that's going to cause a crease, and there's a few other areas as well. So you're going to need a lot more heat on this piece, so might as well get started with it. Start at one end, get it how we want it, and work our way along. And don't be afraid to peel it back if you need to get it how you want it. And this comes in really handy for getting creases out as well.
And so between using heat to get all of the creases out and then tucking it around behind like we did on the previous pieces, you can end up with the handle looking like this. Okay, so that's it. That's how to apply vinyl wrap to your interior trim. To be honest, it's pretty easy, but it is a little time consuming. All that there's left to say is, if you like the video, then please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content just like this, I've got lots of stuff coming up, then please give me a subscribe, and maybe I'll see you in the next video. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.